Alright, we got the Music Angel here. And this is the schematic we're going to be redoing on the input side. The input and the driver tubes. Our parts are in, almost all of them. So we're missing a couple of capacitors, but I think we can scavenge them around here somewhere. But it's a schematic, what we're going to do to the input. I'm not a professional at this, but I know a little bit about how to solder and stuff, so it shouldn't be too difficult. But let's get this thing cracking and getting going. Alright, so let's take this back cover off. There are some screws. Okay, now that we got all the screws out, just pick this thing up. The feet are mounted on it. And now we have the inside of the amplifier. Okay, so we got the cover off and this is what it looks like inside. Power supply looks like on this side. And then you got all this jazz. Driver, well, the main tubes, output tubes, and some confusing no connection caps here. Doesn't make sense. Just a wire not connected, so I don't know what that's all about. Also, I noticed that there is no 4 ohm, 8 ohm. It's just whatever, I guess 4 or 8. The bridge right here. Only 2 wires coming out from the transformer. Anyways, if you're wondering, there is no high voltage in here right now because it has been sitting for a while, so it's all bled off. So hopefully I will not be getting shocked. But I will check the high voltage capacitors just in case. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to gut all this input tubes and driver tubes here, all the circuit, and redo it. It's very confusing looking right now. It's just craziness going on. There's just so many extra little caps all over the place. I don't know, that's just part of the design or what, but the circuit we'll be doing, it will be much more simple than this. Let's start gutting this thing. I got tweezers to help me hold the smaller components as I unsolder them. So it shouldn't take too long. So we gutted out almost one side here. Still got left There's just so many parts, it's amazing. I don't know if that's how it's supposed to be or what, but anyways, the parts so far from that one channel, that's not even all of them. I don't know. Let's hope this thing's gonna go good, or we're gonna have to get somebody's help, because I don't know much about all this stuff. Hopefully I can figure it out. Anyways, I guess I'll go ahead and gut everything and start from scratch. Okay, so both of the channels are now cleaned up. Man, that is a lot of stuff. So that's what it looks like now, cleaned up. Okay, and a little update here. I started wiring it up. Not the prettiest job, but it's happening. So, working on this input tube. Still got to do this capacitor here, 20.22 UF, and a few more things. I'm gonna do one channel, fire up, see if it works. But this is the cap that I do not have. So what I used is the old one. Hopefully it's gonna work. Here's the old one. Let's see what's it rated at. There we go. It's a 47 UF 400 volt. And it calls for 22 450. So hopefully it's gonna work. Hopefully I'm not gonna overheat the capacitor too much voltage, because I got this. There's a resistor 3K going here. So the volts, there should be some voltage drop, especially with this, some of this draw here. But until the new ones come in, which are on back order, I'm gonna try to use this. Hopefully it's not gonna create any damage here. But that's about it. I'll do a little update in a little bit. Okay, finally completed the first channel. Everything turned out pretty good, I think. Basically, there's almost no capacitors, just two. So, got the driver side done, got this big paper and oil capacitor all done for the output to the big tube. And right now is going to be the moment of truth. I'm going to fire it up and see, make sure everything doesn't go into smoke. But anyways, I double checked everything on the diagram, and so I did this. I guess if you would look underneath, it would be this side, yeah. So I double checked everything and did it exactly like the diagram. Hopefully everything is going to be good. We will see. Okay guys, we're going to fire it up. First with the input tubes, driver tubes. I got two of them in there. Now before I fire it up, I got it plugged in the wall already. So before I turn it on, I want a little bit of safety precaution. Put this mesh just on there, just in case the capacitor wants to explode or something. Anyways, I'm gonna do this on video. Hopefully, it's gonna be a disaster here. All right, here we go. Turning it on. It's warming up. Looks like the tubes are glowing, so that's a good sign. Got my finger on the button just in case. It's about to power it on in a couple more seconds. There it goes. And somebody's calling me, great. But yeah, the tubes are on. I'm gonna leave it on for a little bit here. Be right back. Alright guys, I got this thing, the tube in. It's playing good, seems like. Only thing is I have a problem. My resistor started smoking on the circuit board, so I don't know if you could see this on the camera. I can't do focus. But anyways, I'm hitting like 130s, 140 degrees. It's hard to get this. Doing the wrong thing. There we go, 127. There it goes. 140 degrees. The resistor is getting too hot. I have to redo. Probably what I'll do is I'll run positive directly through my own resistors to the caps here. Anyways, but it does work. Just the power supply is overheating. Don't know why, but anyways. Okay, I got this thing back flipped over again. Anyways, I think I have figured out that these three resistors are 1, 2, 3. They're getting too hot, which I think they're not rated high enough wattage to handle the new tube layout. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this power supply off and see if I can upgrade them. See if I can find some. I have some resistors laying around that are, I think, like 5 watt or something. Maybe like 3 or 4 watt. They're pretty big, so maybe I can match them up. But anyways, there's these diodes right here too. I think I'm gonna go ahead and change those just in case. But anyways, I'm gonna flip this thing over or take it apart. See if I can even take it apart. See if I cannot change those, and maybe that'll fix it. Basically, they're getting too hot. I mean, 140 degrees. Actually, when I left it on for a while, when I measured the temperature, they got up to 200 degrees. So that's just too hot. That's gonna melt solder and do whatnot else. So I think the resistors just can't handle the new current flow. So anyways, see if I can do that. Alright, so basically I figured out what I need to do next, or at least I think I figured it out. Anyways, those 3 resistors right there ended up being the wattage rating on them is not good enough. So basically what I have to do now is this wire that you see, I actually cut it loose. Went from the bottom. And I've tried to put some other resistors together that I had, but I just don't have enough wattage rating for this. So I just soldered the wire back. But anyways, so what I need to do is order some, probably around 20 watt 30k resistors. That's what that is. It's about 30 to 35k, something like that. I did a dummy test with some other weak resistors, and it ended up being 420 volts. That's what I need, with about 32k, 34. So I think I'm gonna order 35, just in case. You know, I don't want it to be too high. It just should be right around 4 some, like 4. If it's 415, it'll be fine to 420. Just don't want it to be too much higher over 420. So anyways, that's the update, and now we'll have to wait. I can probably go ahead and do this other channel. The good news is at least the channel works, so, and seems to sound real good. But anyways, maybe I'll go ahead and do this other side, and then hopefully the other resistor for this voltage drop come in pretty quick, and get this thing done and actually listen to it. Haven't even listened to it since I bought it, because the right channel was messed up. Anyways, so that's the progress, and I guess next time I'll be making a video. It'll probably be in a whole different day. But that's it. Okay, so after playing with this thing some more, I realized I had another problem. The problem, which one I had, was my main tubes, 845s, were actually overheating. And I realized that, thank goodness in time, because I could have, blew them up, I guess, if they got too hot, because they were getting red almost. Or actually, they were red. But anyways, I forgot this resistor right here to the bias, which is right there to that cap, which basically leads to this pot right here. So after I put that back, that problem was away, but I still had this problem where this resistance was not good enough. So I ordered new resistors, 20 watts, which would be more than enough for this. I think it requires around 10 probably, according to the voltage calculations / resistance. But I added these 1 watt 20Ks on here to the existing resistors, and so they're holding up pretty well. I mean, they're hitting 200, almost 200 degrees, but I think they can handle that for a little bit. So without running it too horribly long, it should be okay. But so basically, I just wanted to do a little, fix for now, so I can at least listen for about 20-30 minutes, give or take. But I let this thing run a little bit on the bench and see what she does, and make sure those resistors will handle up and everything else is good, and the voltages are all equal, and everything is biased out, and the hum is adjusted here. So anyways, I went ahead and connected this. I don't know if I already talked about it or not, but to this cap. Supposedly it's supposed to eliminate some of the, I guess, unwanted noise. But anyways, that's what it is for now. Alright guys, I got the amp all hooked up, and it's been on for about 30 minutes now with those resistors, so I think they're holding up fine for now. I'm sure they're getting a little hot, but everything looks pretty good. We got temperature readings here, 400 on both tubes, and transformers are 117 and 114, so looks like everything is normal. So we'll keep checking it, make sure it doesn't run away on us. But everything looks fine. And I have to say the quality is extremely good compared to what it was stock from China. These tubes are pretty cheap, but they're still very good compared to what was in here, I guess. And plus this new circuit is just amazing. So I think I already have something playing. By the way, I got, this is my DA converter. It's the Meridian. And I'm using actually the PlayStation 3 to play my music through the hard drive, which is optically put in here and then converted into analog into the amp. And these are the speakers that I'm using, which is Tenoise, made in England. I think they're called DMT 12. This is 12-inch. So they're very nice. They're studio speakers, so they're very mid-rangey, soft, and that's what we like. Especially that's why we have this kind of amp too. Anyways, I should have something playing. Let's see if it turns out like anything. I guess it's on the next song.
Девятиэтажка, 81. Я стою с портфелем, бант огромный белый, с фотоаппаратом. Папа у подъезда, кто-то шутит с мамой. Выросла невеста, девочка с шарфиком в клеточку, отличница, малолеточка, шахматы, школа, фано, как это было давно. Девочка с шарфиком в клеточку, отличница, малолеточка, Одесса, 7-я, фонтан. Это осталось все там. Девятиэтажка, 91. Платье длинным белым, с кавалером первым. Подниму подол я, мотоцикл мчится.
So it's playing really good. I guess I don't know if I'm going to do another video of the resistors I'm getting putting in, but I might. It depends what kind of update I'm going to be doing. But if anything, I will be upgrading more things to this thing, like some wiring and maybe some other little things. But I might get new tubes too later on. But for now, these will be okay. So, anyways, guys, that's the whole Music Angel 845 XD MK3. Everything turned out well. I'm very pleased. Both channels work very well, very even, and everything turned out great. Thanks for watching this video, and enjoy your tube amp listening.
Девятиэтажка, 81. Я стою с портфелем, бант огромный белый, с фотоаппаратом. Папа у подъезда, кто-то шутит с мамой. Выросла невеста, девочка с шарфиком в клеточку, отличница,